She's got to have money. She's got to have another reserve of money. She needs to have a safe and in it money. She needs to have really rich parents.
I am in a relationship.
Single.
I am married to the money, baby. You know how it is. No, I'm single. I'm single and ready to mingle. Hit me up.
Single. Single. Complicated.
I'm single.
What's your real relationship status?
I'm single.
No, your actual one.
I'm single.
Oh, okay, right. Next question.
That's a very good question. I think now it's not that deep anymore. But to be honest, I don't really care. I don't care. Personally.
Yeah, it does, because your body count can tell a lot about a person. So, for sure, it does matter to me.
No, it doesn't. Like, I feel like I don't need to know how many girls you slept with, but I just need to know if it's somebody I know. That's it. Like, yeah, it doesn't really matter to me.
Not really. It's like, it kind of depends who they are. If I see myself having like a long-term sort of relationship with this person, then it's like both, well, she got a high body count, it means she knows how to service me right, you know what I mean? And I deserve a good woman to make me feel good. So that's kind of good in that area, but then at the same time, it could be like, well, she's a bit of a slut. You know what I mean? Like, who's to say she hasn't copped hella dick and she's got all this fucking shit going on and it might, yeah, so like, you can look at it both ways. It will kind of depend on the situation at the time, I guess. If it's just a one-off thing, then not at all. If it's a one-night thing, then who gives a fuck how many people she slept with? So I guess I'll lean more towards no.
It depends the number. Otherwise, no. If it's like above maybe 30, then it would bother me, to be honest.
No, body count doesn't matter to me, because I don't think about sex or think about relationships like that. I don't chalk it off like off a chalkboard. If I'm going to sleep with someone, it's because I have a relationship and I have a connection with that person.
Oh, that's a tricky question. That's a good answer. That's a good question. Yeah, because I'm gonna get to know her before putting putting her ring on her finger. I said put her finger. But yeah, I'm gonna get to know her before putting a ring on her finger. So yeah, it does matter.
No, because he's mine now. He's not going anywhere. It doesn't matter.
If it was a ridiculous number, then I might question their character or their intentions and reasons for it. But if we're talking 3 or 4 more than me, for example, then I wouldn't be bothered. But if we're talking 40 or 50 more, then yeah.
Obviously, before he'd become my husband, I would know this number. And if it was above a certain number, it might bother me, but doesn't necessarily mean I would stop pursuing the person. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't. Like I said, he just has to tell me, like, if he slept with somebody, I know, like, before we got together. That's it.
Yeah. Look, if she's my, I've fallen in love with my wife on a what's the word I'm looking for here? On a emotional level. Like we are connected in a way where no one else hopefully has been connected to her in this sort of area. So like not really. You know what I mean? I don't really care how many guys she slept with as long as like she's not still sleeping with that same amount of people while we're married. So yeah, I'm not falling in love with her body count, I'm falling in love with her as a person. So no, it doesn't really matter.
I think because of like our culture and the way we're brought up, it shows that, you know, if you sleep with a lot of people, you don't respect yourself as a woman.
I think the same thing kind of applies.
I think it could be a number of reasons. One could be an insecurity issue between the black men, because within the black community we are, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, expected to be macho and dominant and champion. And I guess, you know, knowing that your woman's maybe body count might be higher than yours, that could take a hit to your ego if you're not strong enough and if you're not secure enough in yourself.
I don't know, you know, I feel like it's something that comes from back in the days, you know, because I don't know how to say it, but you know how it was more like men can have like multiple women and women cannot have multiple men. So I feel like because that came from back in the days, it's still like around nowadays. So it's like men, if like one of your boys came to you, it's like, oh yeah, I slept with like 15 girls, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's good, you're the man. But if it was a girl coming to you, you'd be like, why are you sleeping with 15 men? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, so I feel like it comes from back in the days and it's just still around.
Having an issue with a chick's body count being high, I don't know, I guess it just kind of like, I don't know, it's like people saying they belong to the streets and stuff. It's like there's just like a sort of moral kind of high ground, thinking that my girl is kind of like being untouched. She's more innocent in a sense. I don't know, like I guess it's just like you get more confidence out of thinking that your chick has been untouched and you're like one of the only ones that have been there. I don't know. I'm just gonna say I don't really know, but I'll go with everything I just said.
I don't know why that is, if I'm being honest. I'm familiar with this issue.
I know my mom would she'd go crazy if my sister was doing shit like that. So yeah, I'd say it's cultural beliefs and the way we're brought up.
Right. I think it's so stupid because if your body count can be high, ours can be high too, okay? However, I don't think girls should do too much. Like, you need to... I feel like with body count, there's a certain level of self-respect. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Yeah. But yeah, mention Kev.
There's a certain person I know, they're African, and for them, for a woman to have a sexuality or to be a sexual person, for them that's really not alright, but for a guy to be in the same way, it's messed up. For me, I don't agree with that, but then people have their own opinions.
Why don't you agree with that?
Why can a woman be sexual if a guy can be sexual?
Because you're women.
What does that mean?
You're women.
We have feelings, we have just like guys do.
Next question.
Yeah, pretty true, I reckon. Pretty spot on. It's more like, there's kind of like the stigma with like chicks being sluts and men not being sluts, like men being like players and stuff like that. And there's like, it's kind of cool for a guy to be going around fucking heaps of chicks and not cool for a chick to be fucking around with heaps of dudes. So I guess you can say it does stem on insecurity. But then again, like, dude, this generation, we're all fucking insecure about everything. So that's just, you can just add that to the list. But yeah, I'd say that's pretty on the mark, yeah.
I don't necessarily think that they're insecure, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's just like ego as well, you know, how do I say this?
Women are just as sexual as men, yes.
I agree, women are sexual as men, but then I start to question men and women, once you have reached a certain number, what is it for? I guess we all treat and view sex differently. I personally don't think I could sleep with 50, 60, 70 women. But I agree, it is an element of insecurity within men. And if they choose to be with someone who has had many partners and they know that, then they can't have any issues if they choose to continue with it.
I don't think they're insecure. I just think it's something to do with if you are wifing it and you tell your boys about it and they know what she's on, then, as in they know she was about, then it's a bit, I don't know. I think it has something to do with men's pride. So, however, at the same time, you shouldn't care what your boys think. So, this is a difficult one. Women's body count can be as high as they want. However, if the guy who with likes it or not, that's another topic. So I don't really know. It's a difficult one.
I agree. Just, you know, as a first statement, women can be as sexual as a man can. And I just don't see what the problem is with that. I mean, to a certain degree for both. Like, if your body count is in the hundreds, guy or girl, to me that's a bit extreme.
No. No, I don't think. Men, it's the same way. No girl wants a guy that's a hoe. It's vice versa. You can't just say a guy is insecure because a woman's body count is high. No way. I know if a guy's body count is high, a woman will classify him as a fuckboy and they'll start using the stupid slogan, men are trash. So there's no insecurities here. It's just simple facts.
I'm not sure, like, it could be just their morals, you know, how they take their life, you know. I don't know how to explain, but yeah, I don't necessarily think that they're insecure because.
First of all, I'm looking for someone who's God-fearing. It's very important. Secondly, I need someone who's respectful. And lastly, someone who's independent that can take care of themselves. Very important.
Just I don't ask for much. I just want someone that's honest, that's transparent with me, someone that's fun, that's open-minded. Yeah, someone that's loyal. Those are my main things. I'm not picky. But as long as I've got, like, honestly, as long as I've got loyalty, honesty, and obviously someone that's fun and open-minded, that's it.
Big ass titties, bouncing ass, doesn't talk back. No, just someone that is mentally not rewarding, mentally, what's a word that keeps you, mentally challenging. You know what I mean? Like someone that can have me thinking, and not like someone that has like a personality, and like there can be constant banter between us. That's kind of what I'm after. And like pretty funny. Not as funny as me, but she has to be pretty funny as well. So good personality, and pretty smart, pretty switched on.
God-fearing is on top of the list, above anything. The type of person you are, if you're kind, honest. Just the basics, really, how you treat people. Respect for yourself and others is important to me. You need to have a clear goal in where you want to be in life. Some kind of accomplishment, you know, where you're going somewhere, just kind of drifting in life. You need to be funny and all that stuff, you know. Have a bit of personality. The list is quite long, but I think that covers the basics.
So he needs to be a joker. He needs to be a clown.
Laughing is important to me.
He needs to be a clown.
Yeah.
Personality, funny, nice, not arrogant, not mean, not too mean anyway. Self-respect, respect for others. Kind of has an idea what he's doing in life, or has some type of ambition. Supportive. Not have a stick up your ass, please. Like, just be open to new things, basically. And then, normally, I'd like you to be taller than me, please. I say I'm open to everything when it comes to like skin color and everything, but I just tend to go for dark skins all the time. What else? Look presentable, as in have a nice fashion sense, please. And yeah.
So for myself, I'm looking for loyalty, love, of course, compassion, honesty, communication. That's one of the biggest things for me. Being able to feel confident, comfortable, empowered to share how you feel, even if it isn't what your partner wants to hear, but knowing that whatever the issue is, through communication, through understanding, you can actually get through and work through it together. That's what I would say.
This is gonna sound silly, but it is to a certain extent. The only reason I want to get married is just because, you know, I'm not a very religious person. I was once, but I'm not anymore. And I feel like I've been committing sins all my life, and I just wanted to do something right. So I just wanted to get married, then have my children, and, you know, at least do something right in life. But I don't think it's important to me. I don't feel like if he doesn't ask me to get married, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, he doesn't love you. No. If he doesn't ask, he doesn't ask. It's not a biggie to me.
Yeah, definitely. For me, it's a sign of commitment. It's a symbol of solidarity. And I guess it's you laying your flag and saying, right, this is us, and we're going to build this together, and we're going to take on the world, I guess.
Yeah, I would like to marry one day. Yeah, it is important to me actually. Yeah, I would want to marry one day, 100%. So yeah.
Yes, marriage is important to me. I'd love to have a wife. I'd love to have kids. I'd love to do all traditional style things. So yeah, it is.
Yes. I've been brought up to think this, religion and culture. It's something I want for myself, so yeah, it's important to me.
Not really. Like, I love the idea of a wedding. Weddings are sick. Weddings are like, the party of a wedding is like the best party ever. Especially if you're the one not getting married and you're at a wedding. That's sick. You can get fucked up. You can, like, fuck some of the chicks that are there. It is a good time. So, with that aside, the like long-term together forever sort of thing, like, I feel that's not like you can have that without the whole let's sign a piece of paper so under the government's eyes that all our assets are joined, because that's pretty much all the marriage is. So the marriage itself isn't that important, no. But like, I want to have a party. I want to celebrate.
Do you want kids? Yes.
Oh yes, I want lots of kids.
Yeah, I want kids.
Well, the number changes as I get older. At least three. At least three.
Yes, I do. I didn't want to before, but I do now.
Absolutely. I'm really family orientated. I treat my little brothers like my kids. Probably shouldn't, but yeah, 100% want kids.
5 years ago, yes. Nowadays, no. Not with the way the world is. I don't want to bring up a kid in this sort of society, to be honest. It's just real weird and going straight to hell. So, no. But like, yeah, I'd be a sick dad. You know what I mean? A little mini me on my shoulders, like, haha, what's going on? That'd be fun. But nah, the world's pretty messed up right now, so.
See, I never used to understand it. For me, I used to think it's like you're selling your daughter or son, because each culture is different. Because I know in some cultures the woman's side of the family pays the price, and in some the guy's family pays the price.
I don't know if well, I like a good old Nigerian wedding, so maybe when I go back home to have a tradition, I will definitely have a traditional wedding. To my future wife, if you're seeing this, I will have a traditional wedding. But yeah, bride price. Yeah, I think I'll do it, Yeah.
I think it's nice to keep up culture, so it's a good thing it's still there. However, because I've got a lot of Zimbabwean friends, and the money that some of these people pay is high, like it's high. So I don't really know if I don't know. It's nice. It's a nice thing, I guess, but I don't really know of the money and all of that stuff. Maybe you can pay another way, just not with money. But oh well.
I think there does need to be a respect in terms of approaching the family of the bride. It's just me personally, to I guess get their agreement in your anticipate what you hope for their partner, for their daughter, sorry, for your partner. In terms of the pricing or the buying or the giving money or whatnot, I'm a bit unsure about that, because then that for me takes away an element of the whole reason that if we're talking about marriage, it's meant to be about love. It's meant to be about those two people. Of course, you need the support, or ideally would want the support of the families. But I don't think that you should have to give something material for it, because what you're giving is your heart, is yourself, is you, your essence. And I think that's the biggest payment you could give.
In Uganda, the guy's family pays the price. So I used to think it was some kind of transaction, but I now understand it's more of appreciating the family for raising the daughter, and it's not really, I'm buying your daughter, if that makes sense. So I'm not really against it.
Yeah, I'm like, is that the one where you pay the parents? Yeah, look, I'm like, I get that. I am also, though, like, I don't have a relationship with, like, I don't see myself having a relationship with my girl's parents. Obviously, there's a relationship, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not in it for her parents, I'm in it for her, and in this day and age, it's like, she can do what she wants. Like, she can make her own choices. The idea of parents putting a price on their daughter is sort of weird to me, but at the same time, I totally get it. I understand where it's coming from. It's kind of cool. I like the idea of it, to be honest. And so, like, if y'all want to do that, y'all can do that. That's fine. I don't, you can get whatever you want, but I don't really like. If her parents are like, "What do you got for us?" I'd be like, "This dick, fuck off." So yeah, that's my opinion.
I don't have an actual opinion about it, just because we don't really do that in our culture. I just feel like you shouldn't really put a price on a bride, though. Like, I feel like it's unfair to somebody that, because you could have a man that really loves you, but he doesn't have much, and then that could really prevent him from asking you to marry him, just because he doesn't have much, and your family's gonna be like, he doesn't have much, no, not having my daughter. And then you could have a man that has everything, like, he's got lands, cars, everything. You could give your family anything they want, but at the end of the day, he doesn't really love you. So I don't feel like it's fair. This. Woo, child. Oh, well, that's new to me. Well, so I don't really understand. So they lie about it.
Hmm.
To me, it's not that deep. It's not a must. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is.
I mean, if they're not, they're not. I'm pretty sure the person who's marrying them should know this at this point. Right? Am I wrong? If you're dating someone, whether you decide to wait or not, I'm pretty sure it'd come up whether or not the person is still a virgin. And if you continue, to pursue them to the point where you want to marry them, you're okay with it. Right? Does that make sense?
I don't personally have an issue with the girl not being a virgin before getting married. Again, it's pretty double standards. I don't ever remember hearing anything about a man needing to be a virgin before getting married. And sexuality itself is it's an experience, and I think limiting it to just the person you get married to, that is a huge risk, especially if it doesn't work out with that partner and you're not sexually compatible. And sex is a human need, and definitely a huge part of any relationship, I would think it to be.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an actual opinion about it, to be honest with you. That's just news to me, so I don't know what to say. I just think, like, it's all about the love. Like, it's all about the love. That's why I don't really agree with this bride price thing. Like, it's all about the love. If you're not a virgin, you're not a virgin. Like, just be honest and tell everybody the truth. If your husband still wants to marry you, then it is what it is.
In the terms of Lobola, I'd be like pretty pissed off if they had to be a virgin, and my girl wasn't a virgin, and her parents were like, "What are you going to give us for the girl?" I'd be like, "A bitch! This girl ain't a virgin, so that deal is void."
Why is it such a big deal that women... Never mind.
No, speak your mind.
Anything to do with sex and women, it's such a... I don't know. I don't want to say taboo topic, but it's frowned upon. You can't... I'm not saying switch out men like underwear or anything like that, but if someone wants to be sexual with, let's say, a committed partner and they're not married, I don't see the problem in that. I mean, if you're having a different boyfriend every week, that's a different story.
I mean, yeah, if girls being a virgin now when it comes to marriage, like that's not, like for me personally, that's not a big thing. Like if that is a big thing for other people and then they're not sticking by that, I can see why that would matter. But to me personally, putting any sort of restrictions on anything for something to happen, I feel is just a waste of time, and you could just have this thing happen without doing that. Like her being a virgin and her being worth a certain amount of goats or cows is like, that to me is like just pretty stupid, really. It's like, just be together if you want to be together. Why the fuck does she have to be a virgin? Why the fuck does she have to be anything? So, but at the same time, whatever. Like, do what you gotta do. So that's my opinion, I guess, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this. What if? But how do you know she's not gonna, like, how do you know she's a virgin or not? That's another question. Like, how do you know that? You don't know that. So I don't think it matters really. Truly, I don't think it matters anymore because you can lie about this. And how do I feel about this? If you're not, then it's peak, I guess. But they won't find out, really, truly. So if you like.
No, of course. You can't do that. If it's virgin, virgin, come on. Virgin's calm. Well, if she's worth 5, that's alright. When you say 30, that's not gonna be my wife. There's not gonna be any label. Do you understand? I'm not gonna be label on it. No way.
If you find out they're not a virgin and that, it bothers you so much, then, you cut it off there and then, if it really bothers you. A lot of people don't wait until marriage, that's just fact.
Yeah, they're trash.
Excuse you. Oh my god. Next question.
Woo!
Next question.
You are trash. Trash. Yeah, they are trash.
But if a guy wasn't a virgin when he got married, is he still trash?
Was the question about women or was it about men?
Nah, see, I'm not here for sexism.
Was it about women or was it about men? Thank you. Now, let's go to the next question, please. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Damages. Again, links back to what I said before. I don't think you should be putting a price on marriage. But if I think about it, if I'm trying to think traditionally, I would understand, I guess, in that mindset why they'd want extra. I wouldn't say as damages. I wouldn't call it that. But maybe more extra to see so that you can really show your intentions for their daughter. And again, that laying of the flag, that family that you're trying to build to show that you're serious. I guess I can understand from that perspective. Damage, yay. Ooh, damages. to be honest, I don't want to disrespect the culture, but I feel like that's a bit. I don't want to say the word. I don't want to be rude, but you know what I want to say. It's a bit no. Yeah, next.
Yeah, I think it's calm, it's fair. Not more I could say. It's reasonable.
I feel like that's justified if you're expecting the parents to really look after that kid. Like, listen, like, I got a job, she's got a job, the kid's gonna need grandparents to really step in right now and look after the kid while we're both smashing out this 9 to 5 or something like that. So then I can see why the parents are like, listen, you knocked her up, we need like two more goats or something. So like I get that. I get that. At the same time, look, it's getting to the point now where I'm just thinking the parents are just trying to get some free goats. Fuck off. Get your own goddamn farm animals. You know what I mean? I got a kid on the way. I need to be able to support this kid. I'm not going to be able to get you a fucking cow right now. Now the parents just seem selfish. So yeah, so fuck that. Fuck all that. That's what I think.
I don't know how I feel because it takes two to tangle, so I don't know why one person's having to pay for it. Do you know what I mean? That's all I've got to say, really.
Wow. It's just wow. Well, like I said, I don't really understand this bride price thing, but I suppose, obviously, you're supposed to get married as a virgin, innit? So if you got her pregnant, then it kind of makes sense that you have to pay extra for it. But it's both people's fault, really. So, it's a tough one. It's not fair, but it kind of makes sense, even though it's both people's fault. Yeah.
No, we never have that shit. It's just what we do is we just have to look after the kid. Just be there for the kid. It works both ways, isn't it? Like family support as well. Yeah. It's not only that you support. Like for instance, my dad he'd be like, you know what, we're going to your baby mama's family. I'll buy the drinks. We'll sit down, drink, have a good time. So yeah, so I wouldn't say we have to spend more on the woman because I know some Nigerians don't spend shit. They're still running. They're still running. You know what I mean? So it's not a necessity. Just literally, really and truly, just it depends how you're brought up and what your family are like. You know?
Yeah.
Because really, there's some that has completely forgot about cultural teachings.
Okay, so again, communication, being able to confidently and comfortably communicate with me. Self-belief as well, so having that strength within themselves, because you don't want a relationship where they are completely dependent on you. You want them to be empowered and to be able to do things on their own 2 feet, and then that just makes the whole thing that much stronger.
Honesty, loyalty.
God-fearing, respect, just be independent. Oh yeah, also one more thing. I need you to be someone who's very supportive and caring. So yeah.
Emotional maturity. Respect, not just for yourself, but for other people. Kindness is important. You need to be honest. I hate compulsive lies in general. Just tell the truth. How many is that?
Another one I would say would be cook. They gotta be good cooking. I can cook as well, but I think we both need to. We need to balance that out. So definitely need to be good with that. And we just gotta connect. You know, I gotta be physically attracted to you. I need to connect with you mentally. I need to connect with you, emotionally. We just need to have a really strong connection.
She's got to have money. She's got to have another reserve of money. She needs to have a safe and in it money. She needs to have really rich parents. No, look, to be honest, it's more like... Damn.
Openness is almost the same thing as honest, really. So, open-minded. What else?
Financial stability. Need to be fertile. And third thing, it's a very good question. Supportive, that's very important actually. Last one. Yeah, ambitious. Yeah, ambitious. That's it.
It's so hard for me not to say, once again, big ass titties, sexy ass, but like, it would just be, yeah, sick personality, let's say, good social skills, let's say, some sort of determination, not so much like to do what you want and get out there and work and shit, but just determination to just kind of enjoy your life, like, want to get up in the morning and just have a nice day, whatever that day entails is whatever. And I'll stick with can suck a good dick. I had to throw something in at the end, like
Just your character, like how you handle difficult situations. Do you give up? Do you have like a positive outlook on life? You easily knocked down. Everyone gets knocked down, but it's how you handle situations.
Hardworking. I like hardworking man. Yeah. That's it.
Okay. Sheila said rich.
Rich.
You know me. Did I say that?
Yeah, but if your man is hardworking, then he might be rich.
No, I'm saying you know me. Do you really think I said that?
You is a gold digger.
Girls. Your partner cheats on you. Hey.
I'm ending it with my partner. If I find out like my partner's cheating, then that's a no-go. It's not acceptable. That's a huge betrayal, and that's something which you can't easily repair.
Okay, that's hard. That is very difficult. I don't know. Yeesh.
It's quite simple. It's actually quite simple. I cannot lie to you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell her it's over. That I found messages. I found your blueprint to your plot, and I'll just leave. Simple as that. And I'll get on with my life.
So there's two ways this could go. I could go crazy, throw some punches, cause a scene. Or I could just exit gracefully because, I don't know. I'm definitely leaving the person. I'm not staying. Are they worth the energy? That's the question. How much time have I invested? How much has gone into this relationship? If it's a lot, then I'm definitely kicking off. But if it's been 6 months, you know, like a short time period, I might say some things, but I'm leaving with my peace of mind.
What if you're married?
That's a different story.
You know, me and my girlfriends had conversations about this, and I always say I'm gonna beat the both up, but then I feel like what I'm gonna do, I'd be sad. I'll be hella sad. I'll probably start crying, but not in front of him. And it depends, because if we're living together, then yeah, you're out. If not, then it's just I'm gonna break up with you. But I have a feeling if it was like if it was really like strong, if the relationship was really strong, then we'll probably try to find a way to rebuild it. It depends. It's hard. It's hard, this one. So yeah.
What am I doing? Man. It depends if I'm doing the same thing. It depends if I'm fucking sleeping with some chick behind her back, you know what I mean? I'm hooking up with them. No, even then it'd be like, I'd be like, listen, what's going on? What, like, even just bringing that up, she'd be like, why are you going through my phone? And I'd be like, yeah, look, yeah, you got me there. I fucked up going through your phone. But you're sucking some other guy's dick right now. You've been doing it for months. So it'd be like, sitting it down, talking about why it happened, talking about who this motherfucker is, talking about what I've done to cause her to seek satisfaction somewhere else, what I can do in her eyes to raise myself up back to that level where she's comfortable being with me and is satisfied being with me. But that's on a real good day. Like, I might just snap and be like, listen, bitch, you're fucking out the door. What are you doing? What you think I'm gonna let you do this? Get the fuck out of here, man. I got women out there I can be choosing from. You got this. So it depends. It depends on the day. I would like to think that I'd be like, let's sit down, let's talk about it. It's kind of fucked up. I feel it's kind of weird, but like at the same time, I love my girl. If she needs dick at that time, man, like she can go get that dick, and I shouldn't, you know, like she can do that, and I can just be like, all right, I accept that you need some more dick, but like, you know, otherwise. Yeah, I guess it would depend on the day. Let's say that. Let's say that.
You know, this touches me. This question touches me because that happened to me actually. So I'd break up with him. Like, I'm sorry, I would have to break up with him. I don't like people that cheat. I hate cheaters. I don't see the point of cheating. If you feel like you have to step out, just break up with me. Just tell me like, sorry, I don't feel the same. I have to go. Yeah, I would not be happy with it. I'll just have to break up with him. I would not go for the girl. I don't think it's fair. Because obviously I'm in a relationship with the man, not the girl. So, yeah.
That's different.
Mistake?
For what? For what? If you can't respect me enough to honour our vows, what am I staying for?
You've accepted the fact that she's gallivanting.
Yeah.
And in the argument, she said, that's why I'm banging so-and-so.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So if we're arguing and she does say this is the reason I'm fucking Michael, that's rough. That's a real rough thing for a chick to say if she is fucking Michael. And she's like, well, this is the reason I'm fucking Michael. Okay, I'd be like, oh, you can't, that's like a personal, that'd be like, so after I like took a breather, I'm like, let me take 10 minutes, go back and just kind of relax for a second. I'd have to like, really, depends how much I love this girl, I'd have to really kind of compose myself and be like, okay, well, let's work on this, but I don't know if I can see myself doing that. So it might be like, listen, bitch, you need to get the fuck out of here before I lose my shit, sort of thing. So once again, depends on the day, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is he bringing a prostitute into my house? You create impossible. No. I choose.